Okay, I'm late. I apologize. I've got to laugh at myself for being a ding dong that I did not hit go live. I'm just sitting here going on and on and on. So, Beth, who is going to be my guest tonight, thank you, Beth, so much for agreeing to be here. Beth is a former Scentsy Hunbot. Oh, wait, I got to turn down that. Oh, goodness. I'm just having all kinds of issues. Anyway, we will figure out. Beth, thank you so much for letting me know. And I had like other windows over all of this stuff. So the third time is a charm, right? For me to like go over all of this stuff. So we'll just do it again because why not? Because apparently I couldn't get it right the first time. Anywho, my name is Alonda Carter and I am the Recovering Hunbot. I create anti MLM videos, anti multi level marketing. I tell the stories about scammy things and the people involved. Today, we are looking at a blast for the past because I already covered Ms. Brooke Elder and her social tenacity. But we are looking at it again because I got some intel from someone who spent to the tune of $10,000 on little Miss Brooks thing. So we're going to be looking at this, but please do not send any hate towards anybody involved in multi-level marketing or social tenacity. Just, do your own research and be kind to each other. Now, this is what it says on, and I'm going to bring Beth on to the panel in a bit, but right now I'm going to kind of like lay the groundwork on everything. Okay, on LinkedIn, it says, help simplify life through systems and automation so network marketers can grow their business to 6+ figures. Okay, network marketers or multi-level marketers or direct sellers, it really doesn't matter. But there she is targeting those people. And she has 8 years of experience in network marketing. And with that experience, she knows it damn well most people are not going to make a dime. She founded her social tenacity in 2015. And she alleges that she created this training center that taught online strategies. Ooh, ah. And then she opened it up to everyone in Scentsy. And within 3 months, there were 10,000 people in it. Now, if that number is accurate, I think it indicates just how desperate people are to find a way to make it work. And my question is, why isn't Scensy's training not good enough? Because they're supposed to provide training. So if you join this thing, then they should be giving you everything you need. But you know what? That never happens. Never, ever, 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 ever. It never, ever happens because, most people, again, are not going to succeed. They're just not. And that training, you end up, at least my experience, is like, okay, you consume everything the company puts out there, but then you're like, well, hell, I'm doing all the things and nothing's happening. So you start looking for outside sources. Well, and there you have someone like little Miss Brooke who's sitting on the sidelines going, oh, girl, I can help you out. I've got all the tricks and tips. You just gotta hand over some coin. And after all, you're investing in your business and yourself, right? I'm ad-libbing all of that, but that's kind of what I'm hearing. Okay, Brooke does hold a BA in elementary education and teaching from Utah State University. So this is what it tells me because my background is I'm a professional instructional designer. That means somebody who designs and develops courses. Right now, what I do is manage a knowledge base. If you work in a company and you have internal documents that you're like, searching for your little, internal like googly thing, there's someone that's managing all that stuff and putting it all together. I'm one of those people that does that. So with her background, it tells me that she at least knows how to structure instruction so that they are following a roadmap, at the very least, a lesson plan. Myself, when I've created courses, I tend to lean onto Gagne's 9 events of instruction. And I also integrate Keller's ARTS, which is attention, relevance, confidence, and satisfaction. However, face-to-face instruction, which Brooke has a background in, like as a classroom teacher, is vastly, vastly, vastly different than online. Teaching, she was elementary, so teaching elementary versus adults. I mean, it's similar but yet different because you need to get everybody's attention no matter what, no matter the age. You got to keep them on task. So it's similar yet different. But also synchronous versus asynchronous online instruction is also very different. Being there with people or having them kind of just do it on their own. Very, very different at different times. Brooke joined Scentsy back in 2009, and she became what is called, and Beth, I hope you can provide insight on this when you come in. She became an annual mentor in 2012, whatever the hell that is. In her About section, Brooke mentions her experience as a classroom teacher, but of course, that took time away from her family, enter the world of network marketing, which of course is the savior. So that's my little thing on all of that. Now, what I'm going to do is read the email that I received from her. And then after I do all of that, I'm going to bring Beth on and we are going to look at her website. We're also going to look at the software website that she has. But then I also have two videos, Brooke of 2016 and Brooke today. And I'll tell you this, I mean, of course, you're going to improve over time. You can see a big difference after she's more polished. And Brooke is a very pretty woman, I think. And she's probably someone that I could sit down and have a cup of coffee with if she was not shilling something to people in MLM. That's the thing that drives me nuts is she's doing that. If she weren't, targeting MLMers, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't be talking about her. But she is. There's so many of these damn coachy things. It just makes me itch. Oh, and I'm also going to share a song with you that's not related to any of this, but I found another song and I will be publishing that too. I just have it with the songs. I know, Beth, I know you enjoy the songs too. Okay, I took a little sip of my water that is so expensive. And by so expensive, I mean it's not. Hardly, because, I'm not going to pay a lot for water, but I do want my little sparkling water. Okay. So this is the email that I received from someone who bought into Brooke's Social Tenacity, okay? I really enjoy your videos that I just recently found, mostly the one about social tenacity and Brooke Elder. In your video, she was pushing a $10,000 courses over 4 months. I hate to say I signed on with her for 10K for a year, and it's a disaster. I feel so stupid, duped, preyed upon, and again, stupid. I'm trying to negotiate a partial refund from her now, but I don't think it's going to work unless I hire an attorney. My problem is that I contracted with her company for all of these things, mainly technical stuff to grow my business. And that's when she tells me that the software that Brooke allegedly has out there is My Reach Pro. My guess is it's something from like WordPress all cobbled together. Maybe I'm wrong. But do you really think that Brooke has the money to be able to put together a system all on her own? I'm kind of like doubting that because that you're going to have some backing for that. Maybe she does, and maybe I'm absolutely wrong, but it just doesn't smell right to me. It really doesn't. When I signed, supposedly they had My Reach Pro, but it wasn't working well at all. So she shut that down and hired developers in India for $7,000 to build a new system. There were delays in getting the software. I waited for some time in June when her drip program allowed me to access training that had me ready to start using her systems until recently to get to the system. I asked for some of the money back in September so I could spend that to go out and find a system that I could use. No, she said, My Reach Pro is almost ready. Then she discovered that product she paid won't work, so she decided to just put all of us on her program that she set up through WordPress. Ding, 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 ding. Didn't I say something about WordPress? It's not user friendly. No, no, unless one is good at such stuff. And if I was good at that, I wouldn't have been looking for help in that area. We got this software, she says, in October, but the final video training was posted last week for this system. During our wait times to get her to get My Reach Pro up and running on WordPress, she would say things like it should be ready Friday, and we'd get it 2 weeks later. 2 weeks is a lot of time when you're waiting on systems to start selling your courses. And this happened over and over. When I said that she caused my business to halt while waiting for this software, she said I could have gone elsewhere and used other software and then could have come back to her when she had it ready. Hello, I paid you $10,000 and you want me to go elsewhere, spend more money, and come back? Then she told me the software isn't covered by my contract because the contract doesn't mention it. Although the companion page I received when I joined the Diamond Academy lists My Reach Pro and other aspects of the program, which, by the way, there are several things listed on this when you get page that we don't get. Sorry, I can't read. Supposedly, there's a monthly call from this chick to check in on us. Not only have I never seen any coach in the system called by this name, but no coach has checked on me each month. There are other things listed that I supposedly bought that are not offered. Plus, the course and emails we get from them are glitchy as hell. I guess I'm going to have to hire an attorney because she claims not to have done anything wrong. She sold My Reach Pro to me in March and others this year, but it wasn't there. I think that's a breach of contract, but again, she claims it's not on the contract. Oh, and here's the thing. And I'm going to share this with you and read a little bit about it. So apparently, little Miss Brooke has her home up for sale and is up for sale for $1.2 million because I am told this. And in the summary, it says, all furniture is negotiable because she and her family, husband, and 4 kids are going to sail around the world on a new adventure. She's currently trying to sell lifetime memberships to the Academy, but she's about to sail around the world. She tried to give a lifetime membership to me to appease me for this My Reach Pro delay, but I don't want a lifetime membership to hell. Thanks for letting me vent. Hope someday you'll go after her for more. Okay, so yeah. Now, I also was sent the email that she's sending to get people to get that lifetime thing. So I'm going to read that to you next. Let's see. I can actually share my screen with this part. The other part, I didn't want to share that. Hello, everyone. Share screen. A window. Yes, that's what I want to share. Okay. All right. So you should now be are you seeing this? You're seeing me move it around. I'm really not good with all of this stuff. Okay. Here is an email I'm getting from her. Oh, wait, you know what? I can't do this because later it does have the person's name on it. So let me stop sharing. I don't want to out anyone or anything like that. Okay, Brooke, thank you very much, Queen, for sending me the messages that we weren't on when I thought I was on. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, so here is and it's so markety. That's the whole thing. You know what? I see these kind of emails and it just makes me itch because it's just so gross. They all sound so much alike and I just want to take a hot shower afterwards because it feels so icky. Here is the email I'm getting from her. I've been thinking just how overboard can I really go for you? Could I just find one super mega gift and give it to you right now just because? And I know you'd be wondering what that gift is, winky face. Well, if you got my email yesterday, you'd know that I'm offering up one of my most prized possessions. For the rest of the month only, I'm offering up lifetime access to the Academy for just one of one-off payment. Yeah, okay. For just a one-off payment of $1,997, these damn things always have to end in a 7. That makes me itch too. Part payment option available. Are you excited yet? The thing is, person, this offer isn't available for just everyone. Oh, no, 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 no. You're very exclusive. Nope. This offer is just for you. You see, I want to be in your corner because I know I can help you. So, in case you missed it, as a lifetime member of the Academy, you'll get all my tips, tricks, and hacks on how to grow your business online, valued at over $20,000, a number she totally made up. These courses cover everything you need to grow your network marketing business, including mindset. You know what? Just give me a fork. I'm done. I am so sick and tired of hearing about mindset. Facebook groups, subscription boxes, online courses, sales consults, marketing funnels, and more. A private community to connect with other like minded people and find your new BFF. All of this at a huge discount, winky face. Yep, you'll get me in your back pocket for a lifetime. You probably think I've lost the plot for giving all this away at such a low price. And who knows, maybe I have. Oh my gosh. I want to hurl, and I think this is the time that I need to bring my friend Beth on because I want to hear her talk about that. And then we are going to look at some of the other things. I'm going to have to see like what all I'm going to be um, looking at. Hey,
Hello.
thank you so much, my love, for being here. I really appreciate it because, you being the Scentsy babe babe boss babe, whatever it is. I don't care. I want you to tell the good people what you told me about It Works in Scentsy, but do it more from the Sensei perspective, please, ma'am.
All right. So, one of the main things that Scentsy and It Works and a lot of these companies promote is that you do a training program teaching people how to run the business, which, as you pointed out, is kind of funny when the company offers training. And I think it's because they know that by selling the products and being a hun alone, you won't make money. And sometimes they almost admit that and they'll be like, yes, so start a training program, teach other Huns, charge them for courses. And it makes me laugh a little bit because, as you just said, they're paying 1K for this course and they should be getting the training for free from Scentsy. So, if the training, like you said, was so great from Scentsy, why would you then need to have a bunch of the Huns starting training programs?
You shouldn't. And this woman spent $10,000.
And $10,000 is actually quite common. You hear a lot of people that have spent near $10,000, $20,000 on these. And it's so sad to me
And I'm
because
one of them.
yeah, and it's just so much money when the whole thing with the MLMs, right, is that it's supposed to be a business that you barely have to buy into. That's kind of their selling point, like $99 for a starter kit. And if you ran your own business, you'd have to pay a lot more. But then you then join the MLM, and of course, they're just taking money from you for constant training and stuff. So then that kind of defeats the purpose, right, of it being better than starting your own business. If you're already going to put $10,000 into something, you should probably put it into your own business startup.
I absolutely agree. And, it's very embarrassing for me as someone who, is a professional at putting courses together that I ran around all over the internet, trying to make Beachbody work and getting these courses thinking somehow somebody has that thing that's going to, actually help me. But that's how, you know, undue influence was used on me. I just totally threw out the window everything I know as a professional
Yep.
and bought into this complete bullshit.
And that's the
Complete
thing
scam.
is that, like, I always tell people though, like, don't feel bad. The thing about the people that run these MLMs and the whole MLM industry is they are professional con artists. So it like when you said, you feel embarrassed, we all kind of feel embarrassed. Like I was a social service worker and I was promoting Confianza to help with mental health issues when I was in It Works. Awful idea. Disgusting of me to do. But of course, I was manipulated into believing that the product would help people with mental health disorders, right?
Yeah.
And like looking back, yeah, you feel embarrassed, but I always tell people don't blame yourself because their career is to rip people like us off. They want people that are professional, as you know, because if they can get someone like you with your teaching experience and training experience, it legitimizes them more. So someone like
Absolutely.
you is perfect for them. You are their exact target. And so it's like their only job is to rip you off, but you have other things going on. So for them to rip you off, it's not that hard. Do you know what I'm saying? Like once they manipulate, you fall into it. And you also think as a professional because you get tricked into thinking the company will help, that you're using it to help people. A lot
Oh,
of the people that are Huns, like I try not to get upset too much at the people on the team. I tend to like to cover the bigger Huns, like the top leaders and the
yeah. Ditto.
CEOs, because to me, everyone else in the downline is just everyday people like you and me who got caught up in this business and they don't know it's a scam,
Right.
right? You don't, but you do find out when you get to the top.
Yeah,
So they
absolutely.
all know. So I go for those people, but everyone else I feel is a victim of it.
I agree. And even at some point, I don't know when in Brooke's life that MLM came into her world. I don't know if her mother did it or aunt,
Yeah,
and I
right.
I'm not I think she probably is from Utah all the way since the university she went to was in Utah. So she probably what had it around her, which would normalize it.
Yeah, especially if she went to university in Utah. Like if it
Yeah.
wasn't her mom, that would have done it. Like her going to university there, if she didn't live there even, she would have been surrounded by it. It takes over Utah. I have friends that live there that have written me and been like, I am so glad you're talking about these things because I can't walk down the street without getting approached by someone.
That's just awful.
Oh, and before I forget, you wanted to know what the annual mentor award was sent to.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Yes. So what this is it's a yearly award that they give out to someone that signs up 14 people under them. And then those 14 people also qualify.
Oh, so she was good at being able to recruit. You have to be. You
But
have to have.
it's not an actual like training level. It's not, like it's not one of the levels of the company. It's really just like an award for getting like scamming a bunch of people under you.
Right. Yeah.
And all you get, by the way, is a little trophy.
Oh, but let's make sure we put that out there to the world that you won this, and be all proud 'cause it's really not that impressive.
Yeah, no, all they send you is a little trophy. You don't get like anything else. It's literally just like here's an award. And then they'll like feature you as being the person that won the award. But all it really means is that you were just really good at signing up 14 Huns that year and then getting them all to qualify. And to qualify, they have to have 2 loyal customers and 2 people under them each. So each of those 14 people then would have to have 2 loyal customers and 2 other people that qualified.
You
So
know,
that's kind of how it turns into the big downline, right?
yeah. Well, what I find interesting is these top people like that. I mean, they can be put in, because Robert Fitzpatrick and I talked about the back office deals that are made. So we don't know what kind of deal could have been made with Brooke when she came on or after she came on, of getting some kind of like plum position somewhere within somebody's downline and helping her out, and that she may have done the same to
Oh,
her
yes, they do
downline,
that.
is help those people
Yep,
get those
Scentsy
people,
definitely
which is
yeah, and
all so
Scentsy
deceptive.
definitely does that.
Deceptive, 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 deceptive. Did I say deceptive?
Yeah,
Okay,
there's a lot of,
Beth,
like, favoritism there too,
yeah,
in Scentsy.
in all
And I
of them.
feel like a lot of times they like, I know in It Works for sure, they will actually approach someone and promise them that they will help them get a team, and then, like, that upline will put a bunch of people on your team for you and help pump you up, right? And Scentsy similar. So I wouldn't be surprised if even in Scentsy they had some people that were approached to become big Huns. Do you know what I mean? And then those
Yeah,
people get a little bit of extra help while the rest of us are out here posting 10
struggling.
posts a day and writing people and we're getting nowhere.
Doing all the things we're told to do. We're going, why isn't it working? How come Sally Sue is just taking off like gangbusters? Because
Yeah,
it's
well, it's
designed
because Sally
that way.
Sue got approached by the company and they actually said to her, hey, we need some people to do really well this year. So we're going to pump you up and put a bunch of people under you so that it looks like you do real well. And that kind of thing happens a lot. I also just released a video not too long ago where I found a website where they're buying Huns.
Oh, good gravy.
Yeah, you can actually go and buy your Huns now. So I don't even know now if you can buy your Huns, like what the point would be. Do you get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah. It's like, okay, and again, it goes all that smoke and mirrors. It's all an illusion
Yeah.
leading to the poorhouse, you know?
Yeah, well, the funny thing is about a lot of these Huns is that their entire lives are an illusion. I
Yeah,
mean, they will rent places and go and take pictures to make themselves look rich. They'll go to a car dealership, take a picture of them with a fancy car and claim it's theirs. There's a lot of that kind of deception because it's all fake it till you make it.
yeah. I remember two things. And then, Beth, I want to have you pick what we're going to look at next. Um, One is there was a group I was in, and there was this one chick, and she always posted this same picture of her in a Mercedes. And to me, it always looked so posed and so cheesy, and it just absolutely drove me nuts. A second thing, when that Canadian robot dude, when I bought into his bullshit, thinking it was going to help me and everything, I was in his group, and somebody basically was saying how they were a quote unquote millionaire even though they weren't. But they're like, well, I just haven't made it there yet. But it's a kind of like using that whole law of attraction stuff.
Oh
And
yeah. Yeah,
when
they're all big on law of attraction.
when I saw that, I was like, oh, ding, 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 ding. That really was something that kind of made me start going, what's going on here? Because that's just wrong to claim you're something that you're
And
obviously not.
I think that's what does it for a lot of people because once you start hearing that, you kind of start questioning everything you see. Like you're like, okay, so if you're lying, does that mean that my upline's lying? Like she's not doing as well? And then you're looking at yourself like, well, I'm not doing great. So maybe nobody's doing good.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so we have three things that we can look at. We can look at Miss Brooks' social tenacity website. We can look at her My Reach Pro, which is the software. We can also look at the Academy, which I think it says a lot of the things that, oh gosh, and it's like as featured here, that this really, as seen on NBC, Fox, CBS, ABC, and somewhere on Amazon. Oh, she's got an award for being an Amazon author. Big stink. So, my love, where would you like to go? The academy, to the website, or to the software?
Let's do the website first. It might be a good little intro.
Okay. Love bunny. Hang on just a moment and we
Sure
shall
thing.
go there.
I did go and take a look at her website. My favorite section is when she tells us what program she's about to have, and you will notice why when Alonda gets there. It made me laugh so hard. I was like, "Oh
It's
my."
also awful. Okay.
Okay, this picture, by the way, who I know I'm a bitch, I'm sorry, but who is going to take a picture like this and then use that picture?
I think she looks cute.
I think she looks very, very photoshopped and like she's hunching over and smiling. And I was like, sweet, like she's a pretty girl. So I
She
was kind of
is.
like, they didn't do her much justice with this picture.
But I mean, to me, it's like, but it looks very, 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 did I say very posed?
Yeah, like it's and
Yeah.
very photoshopped. Like she has no pores,
Yeah, no, there's that.
which they all do, by the way, even with the before and afters. So,
Oh, I know. Okay, so do you want, is there somewhere up here that you want me to go to?
oh, um, yes, go to products.
Okay, am I gonna vomit? And I looked at this a long time ago.
This gets me going. This makes me laugh. So when
Best
you
selling
scroll down,
products.
you get these products here. A lot of workshops she's doing and blueprints. Apparently, you need a Facebook group blueprint, by the
Coming
way.
soon.
I was like, what is that? I don't know.
Honestly, just calling it a blueprint, that's become a buzzword word in this type of sphere of the whole MLM type thing,
Yeah, and I
business
don't
world.
trust the word workshop anymore either. Workshop used to mean something else, and
When I
now it
say
just means
workshop,
you're getting invited to one of these places, okay?
yeah, and if I say workshop, like, within my professional setting, it means something different than what this is.
Yeah,
If I were to
exactly.
say blueprint within that setting, it would mean something different. It would actually have meaning behind it, whereas here is basically
Yeah,
and
like,
this
no offense, but, like, who needs a Facebook group blueprint?
but I want to grow my Facebook group authentically, and it's coming soon.
Yeah, see,
Don't
but then
say she's
that
trying.
wording, like, the way she says she wants to grow it authentically, I always wonder, right? Like, what exactly that means.
Yeah.
There was
What
nothing
is its
authentic
definition?
about these. But then as you keep scrolling,
Oh, but well, look, 90% off today. Okay, how much is this sucker? Is it gonna tell me? Oh, it's all about over $27. Who cares?
and
Okay.
all this stuff is stuff that you could research and find on your own for
Yeah.
free. And now you get down to this part.
Oh, the coming soon.
Coming soon. And this cracked me up so much because I was like, okay, so this woman opened up an entire website and then listed products that she does not have yet.
And apparently that, this up here, My Reach Pro is having vast issues. Coming soon.
Yeah, so that's why it's coming soon. Can't be there
Done
yet.
branding. Coming soon. Oh, goodness.
So it's
And
just
just
all
the academy.
promotion,
Yeah.
right? Because if she wasn't trying to promote, then she would have waited until it was available to put it up.
Okay, your magic morning, like, there's not enough books out there in the personal development world that deals with your morning, rituals or whatever, what to do to really, get jazzed up in the morning. I mean, just oh my God. It's to me, it is so very vanilla. It's just also very plain. There's nothing special about
Yep,
any of
and
this. And
with the
just about
Scentsy
every
morning
coach.
ritual, you're supposed to write 100 people a day with Scentsy every morning.
Holy crap, are you serious?
Yep, 100 people a day, not a week. not every
Holy
few days.
shit.
They expect you to write 100 people a day. And that's part of your morning routine. Your morning routine is you're supposed to wake up, watch motivational videos, and then write 100 people a day. And that's how
Who
it
the hell
works
has
was
time?
too.
Who can do
I
that shit?
I don't even know 100 people that I could write to
I
try
I'm
to
not much
sell
better than that.
something.
I don't want to know 100 people that I could, contact. I really don't. That's just too many.
Yeah, that's 700 people that you're supposed to contact a week, right? And that's just
That's not
ridiculous.
realistic.
And it also kind of tells you how they cold message. Why would someone cold message? Well, when you're being told that with your business, you have to write 100 people a day, chances of you knowing 700 people every week,
You're
different,
right.
very slim.
Wow.
So that's how the cold calling happens so much. Which is funny
Wow.
because then they'll say they're against cold calling, right? All the new Huns now have this whole I'm better than the other Huns. We don't do this, that, and the other thing.
Right?
But it's like everyone has to because there's no way. Even 50 people or 20 people a day is kind of ridiculous,
Even
right?
10, you know?
Yeah, like it's too much. Nobody can reach that many people.
And especially with people like you and me that are, yabbering about these scammy businesses,
Yep. So I
I'm
found this fun. This one was fun for me because it was their best selling products, by the way. As you see, it's the best selling,
yeah,
but many of them are not even here yet. So she
wow.
hasn't sold them, but they're under best selling.
And she's selling her
It
house so
cracked
she
me
can
up.
go traveling around the world. How in the hell are you gonna run a business when you're traveling around the world and you're in the middle of the ocean? I mean, I really would like to know that.
I just want to know how she's going to get dinner every night for her family. That's it. When she's in the middle of the lake, you know?
I mean, that is some serious
No
planning if you're
kitchen.
truly gonna do that. And I mean, I
Imagine
don't
having to run an MLM and plan that at the same time. Like I would
well,
just jump off the boat and end it. Sharks, come
right.
get me.
Well, I mean, imagine being the coach for people who are in an MLM and that, you gotta constantly, because the thing is that she's constantly gotta chase after people, you know? Okay, now do you wanna look any more in here, or do you wanna jump to something else? Because I also have 2 videos. I have one of Brooke in 2016 and one of her, for this year. So let me
Oh,
know
that
where
could be
you want to go
fun.
next.
Should we do the videos next, guys? In the comments?
Let
You
us
guys
know, what would
put a
you like?
put a 1 in the comments if you want us to do the videos and put a 2 in the comments if you want us to do something else. Do a poll.
When I hear the drop of 1 or a 2, that makes me think of the Meltons, and it also makes me think of Fallon Zoe back in the day when I was first doing Facebook Lives. Okay, we got, yes, the
Yep.
videos. Okay.
All right. So Paige says videos. We got Glow C says videos. I think they want to see
I think
who
they want
Brooke
videos.
is in
I
her
think they do.
videos because I think that's the best way to get a caffeinated. Said 1, 2. Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
They're into the
Let's do
video,
the
okay.
videos.
Alright.
I feel like that would be good because then we can actually kind of get a sense of her personality and then maybe we have a better idea of who she is as we continue.
Okay. Let me try to enlarge this some. We
Now,
got
where were the videos found, if you don't mind? Like, was it
YouTube.
Facebook,
YouTube.
Instagram? Oh, okay, YouTube. Oh
YouTube.
God. So now
Yeah,
she's got a YouTube, a
she
website.
does. She does.
Oh
Okay.
Lord.
You ready? And if you need me, I mean, if I pause it, then we can,
All
we'll
right, let's do it.
see.
Have you ever wondered what you could do to grow your business? One of the best perks of running your own business or blog is you get to do whatever you want. You set your own schedule, you get to decide how to spend your money, And you also get to decide how to share your value. I believe one of the most important things that you can do in your business is to give back to your community. Back in 2012, I was attending a conference for a direct selling company that I worked for. I don't remember the speaker, but what she said has always stuck with me. She said that the key to growing your business is by giving. I took her advice and started to implement giving into my business. I chose a charity that I felt strongly about, and I started to give a percentage of
Oh,
commissions each month. When I first started, I could only afford giving about $5 a month. And as my business began to grow, so did my contributions. The results were incredible. My business grew by leaps and bounds from 2012 to 2013. I even earned rewards for my growth through the company I worked for. I attribute this success to taking the advice to heart and giving back to my community.
can we
Here are
pause for a
three
sec?
reasons why implementing giving.
Yes.
Okay, one of the things that drives me insane that she basically just did is she's using giving to a bit like giving to charity, and she sounds like she's doing it to be nice at the beginning, but then you hear her go into how it helped her business. So
Mm-hmm.
my thing is, if you're going to give to charity, please give to charity because you want to from your heart help people, not because you want something extra from it where it will then help you grow your MLM scam. It's like they all use giving to charity as a way to just grow their business, and I find it kind of gross. Am I the only one?
No, I don't think you are, because I find it gross. But when I hear this about giving, it makes me think of the book, The Go Giver, which is in because okay, we have not gotten really this house set up since we moved here and we have the kids. All of my stuff in my office is still in boxes, and it's going to be like that for a while, just because. That's a conversation for a different day with a different group of people. Love all of you, but just don't want to get into all of it. It's just a lot. Anyway, Go Giver is about how you're giving of yourself with expecting nothing in return, and that's
Exactly.
going to, actually spur growth by giving. And so I hear this, and it also makes me think of tithing too, for if you are religious, and I'm not, but if you are, then you may be familiar with tithing. And I'm like, okay, this is just creeping me the F out. Is it just
Yeah,
me?
well, you just made a really good point. Like, usually when you give, you should do it for nothing in return. And the problem is when they do this kind of thing, they're only giving to build their business up and then use the fact that they gave to do that.
Yeah, yeah. Because there's always an expectation of something for their giving, even though they're trying to make it appear as if I'm just doing it because I'm such a good person. No, you're doing it because you're thinking if you keep giving into the world, those people are going to finally buy your little wax melts from you because Scentsy Hunbot, that's what it is. And I know because that's what I did. I mean, I tried to follow the Go Giver. I really did. So
Yep.
yeah.
All right, we can press play again. I had to get that off my chest before she continued.
Oh, I get it now. Where did I put the dang? There it is. Okay. I've got to find.
Your business strategy will help you grow. Number one, you give yourself the opportunity to help others. When you help others, it makes you feel good inside. If you continually help others, then you'll have a better attitude, especially when it comes to working on your business. Business owners tend to be energetic, talented, and unafraid to take action. This gives you the power to speak out against poverty, poor education, or even human rights violations, and really make a difference. You have the ability to make the world a better place, not just by selling your products or by writing a blog post, but by making others aware of a problem and being part of the solution.
With
Number two,
the pyramid scheme.
It increases your customer and reader support. A study by Cone Communications
There it is.
that 85% of consumers had a better outlook on a business if they don't.
Okay, Beth,
And
what were
there
you
it
saying?
is. I was saying, and there it is. She basically just outed herself. She's like, yes, if you give back, you're a wonderful person. We'll talk about that for a while. And then we'll go right into when you give back, people will buy from you.
Yeah, yeah.
To a charity. Select a charity that will resonate with your customers or readers. If you blog about kids' activities or you sell children's books, then finding a charity that supports children would be a good fit for you. Number 3, it's a tax deduction. We can all use a tax break, right? Make sure you're working with a nonprofit organization that is recognized with the IRS. Depending on your income and other factors, giving money to charities can be complicated. So make sure you talk to your accountant or tax advisor for more specific advice on how to maximize your charitable giving.
And tell them you're in an MLM so they can tell you to leave.
You can gain all these benefits plus more we haven't even talked about. Here at Social Tenacity, our purpose is to educate small business owners and bloggers on how to market themselves online through social media. A portion of every class, program, or product that's sold at Social Tenacity goes to a charity that supports education. To learn more about the charities that we support, you can go to www.socialtenacity.com/givingback. I would love to hear from you. Share with us what charities your business supports or how this video may have changed your way of thinking about giving, or how you can see how this video could make your business grow in the future. Until next time, my friends.
Oh, Lord. Find the tenacity to make a difference. Really?
Oh.
Oh, that slogan.
Well, it's now changed, you know. She's grown. She's grown. And I mean, I would say that this was at early on for Miss Brooke. And so she had to have that all scripted. And she's now much more polished. But she came across to me as just your average kind of a gal, you know. I think
Yeah.
she came across as just being relatable, for lack of a better word, you know, especially for Hunbots to be able to relate to someone like that. But I was really grossed out at the whole thing of like, find a charity for your, because I thought of Usborne Books as soon as she mentioned, like, if you sell children's books, Usborne Books, hello, then, you know, find a charity that supports children. Okay, so now let's leverage kids for our MLM, which you and I have
Well,
talked about
I'm going to
before.
be honest with you. Scentsy is probably the biggest MLM company that leverages children. As you know, I did a video where I talked about how I used my daughter in a lot of the marketing and how wrong it was of me to do
Yeah.
because of the fact that a lot of their products are marketed for kids. They have an entire kids line. They really do promote that you use your own child. So honestly, that part didn't surprise me so much. I was kind of like, "Oh yeah, that's exactly what someone who was once with Scentsy would say is use children." That is exactly what they would say. It's a mentality that you get because of the attraction marketing. They convince you it's
Oh.
okay, right?
Oh, you know, I am so tired of attraction marketing, of hearing that phrase. Been hearing it for years, but it's like, ugh, I just want to take an ice pick and gouge out my eyes and ears when I hear attraction marketing. Am I alone in that? But it just drives me nuts.
No, it
Makes me
drives me nuts too, because and I think that's why I think it, like, drives me nuts because when I was with Scentsy, it was mainly used when they were talking about, like, using your children, right?
ugh,
"Oh, don't worry, it's great for your kids. It's attraction marketing, and then you'll teach your kids how to run a business. And Scentsy has a whole program where you can actually leave your company to your kids. Like
So
if
does
anything
Beachbody.
happens to you.
Yeah. Most
So
MLMs
they're
do.
all about getting the kids involved.
Yeah, most of them do. I mean, that's what's so just disgusting. Okay, we have another video of Miss Brooke, and this one is okay, it's not that long. It's not quite 8 minutes, but you can see that she has
And this is more
changed a
recent,
lot.
right?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Awesome. So
So
we'll get to
let's
see the
check it out.
difference.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's important to see how somebody grows. Dang it,
Yeah.
now where is this? Why isn't the window showing that I want? Okay, I need that
Or in
up.
our case, it's important to see how much someone gets manipulated into MLM thought.
Oh my gosh. And I mean, I look at her and I think, you know what? You're at once upon a time, you probably were like really nice, but now you're not. Okay, let's go.
Well, she's a
You
walking
cannot market to the
advertisement
masses. You
now.
will never, ever, ever be successful marketing to the masses.
Okay. That was a very negative start. So much
Hey,
for toxic positivity, guys.
we're going to be talking about the 3 reasons why people aren't buying from you. And if you are ever looking for trying to get customers, you're trying to get people to see your products, you're trying to just get your name out there, right? That's what we all try to do in our network marketing businesses. We want to get our name out there. I remember way back in the day when I was trying to quote unquote get my name out there, I used to go and check out books from the library so I could put in my business cards inside the library books. Nothing ever happened from that. I also remember one time I took a bunch of samples with my business card, and every time I would go to Walmart, I would like leave it on people's cars. And then when I would come out of Walmart, I'd go down another row and like leave it on people's cars. And like that was my thing because I had to get my name out there.
I
Right?
would be so mad.
All of those kind of strategies, even like leave.
Oh my
What?
God. Imagine coming out of Walmart after you've just been shopping with your family, okay? And you get out to your car, and what's on your car? A damn piece of wax from Scentsy. It's the middle of the summer, too, by the way, and the thing has melted.
Or some kind of
Like,
little
that's all
sample
I'm
from Mary
picturing is
Kay. I mean, from just any MLM product, or just like hinting at that, like the little It Works thing, or the Mary Kay one about how to set up a spa time with them. Any of that stuff, I mean, it's just gross. But you know what? I'm really glad she admitted to this. And something that just hit me. I wonder, okay, did she leave Scentsy, or is she still part of Scentsy and she's really leaning more on this, social tenacity stuff?
Ah, I
Because when you
wonder,
look on her
now that you
website,
said that,
well, her website has a bunch of other
that could
coaches
be.
on there. And so I'm wondering, are those coaches actually Hunbots in her downline? Just wondering, just thinking out loud. Because she
I'm
could,
wondering now.
yeah, yeah. I'm just, food for thought, something for us to
Because
look at
that could
sometime.
totally be. Because they do tell you to try to pretend like you're running another business. So I could
Yeah, 'cause she
totally
keeps,
see a Hun doing this.
yeah, yeah, me too. Me too. Okay, let's
Wow,
continue.
that would be insane if we found out that that was happening, though. But honestly, like when I was with It Works, they said to start a website and be like a health and wellness coach instead of an
Yeah,
It Works seller, right? So this would be almost the same thing as that. And
yeah,
since he has the same, so I could actually see that.
yeah,
I
same.
wouldn't be surprised.
Something to look into.
Huh.
Just wondering, thinking out loud. Okay, I'm going to press play.
catalogs. When I would go on planes, I would leave my catalogs inside this, like the back of the seats and all of this stuff. The problem with all of that is you are marketing to the masses. You cannot market to the masses. You will never, ever, ever be successful marketing to the masses. It's just not going to work. You don't have enough money. You don't have enough time. It's just not going to work. What are the 3 reasons why people are not buying from you? Well, the first one is because you don't have a target audience. What does that mean? That means, who is your person? Who is your avatar? Who is your target audience? Who is the person that you're really trying to help? That's the thing that you need to identify first. Who is that person? What's your target market? Because when you're just leaving business cards in library books or leaving your catalogs at doctor's offices, things like that, you're marketing to everyone. You're not marketing to your target audience. So you need to know that you are marketing to. And you can't just say like, oh, I'm marketing to moms. Because that's like, what? 40% of the population,
Putting
maybe.
stuff on Walmart.
You need to go
Cars
more
is okay.
granular than that. So I want you to start thinking deeper and deeper. Who is that person really? What is it that they do? Are you helping women that are like from 20 to 65? That's probably a little bit too broad. But if you say, I only want to talk to women who are between 20 and 35. They at least have 2 kids. They live in suburbia. They shop at Target. They are trying to find a way to help make some extra money because they are the stay-at-home moms, right? So now I'm narrowing it down more and more, because you want to get a very small piece of the population. And I know this sounds a little bit counterintuitive, because you're thinking, wait, I could help everybody, right? There's so many people that I can help, but you need to have something very specific that you're helping people with. So it's just like if you think about, let's say that someone is a really good knee surgeon, let's say, and that's what they specialize in. And they're like, well, we make good money as a knee surgeon, but I want to go out there and I want to help people who have broken their legs, and I want to help people who have bad eyesight, and I want to start doing eye surgery. And I also want to help people that maybe they have something wrong with their brain, so I can go and help them with that, and blah, 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 blah. And they start taking all of these other pieces on. Like, do you want a doctor that's like oh, I do everything? Or would you rather, if you have a very specific problem, go to a doctor that specializes in that one thing and they're really good at that one thing? Now, can that doctor help other people with other things? Of course. But are they really good at those things? No. So this is a way that you can be really good at one thing and you start helping those people. So you got to identify who is your target audience. That's the first reason why people aren't buying from you. Second reason, no one knows who you are. Right? This goes into why we need to quote unquote get our name out there. But how do you get your name out there? You identify what is that one problem that you solve. And that's the only thing that you ever talk about, is that one problem that you solve. Here's an example for you. One of our clients has gone through all of our programs, and we focus on people who want to lose weight with a keto diet. Yes, it's people who want to lose weight, but she takes it that
Keto.
one step further, where she only helps people do it
Always.
through diet. That's it. That's very specific, right? So now when I hear of people who want to go out and they say, you know, I want to lose weight, I want to try out this keto diet. I've heard so much about it, but I don't know what to eat. I don't really know what to do. And so what is it that we have to do? I don't know what to eat. I don't know what kind of recipes to make. I'm like, oh, you got to check out her website, and you got to be in her Facebook group, and you got to look at all the things that she does. Yeah, she's going to help you because she solves that problem. She helps people with the keto diet. That is how you get your name out there, because you have the one problem you solve. Everyone knows that that's what you are all about, and you are going to be getting a ton of referrals. Then when you do posts on social media, you do all of that kind of stuff, then you are going to be able to be seen as the expert in that one thing. The third reason why people are not buying from you is because you are not communicating your value. You are not showing people that you have the solution. So once we know who we're talking to, then we know the problem we solve so people can start seeing us as the expert in that. Now we got to start giving people value. Where we do our arrows out market.
You know, all of
Expert.
this, it all sounds so generic, and it's the same BS that I heard when I was in Beachbody. Same exact
I
crap.
feel like I'm listening to every single training video I've ever watched
It's
since being in
maddening.
MLM. Like and this is why these courses I think drive us insane, because we know that it's all so generic and they charge people money to hear what everyone's saying.
Yeah. Yeah. Go pick up a book, read a book. But you know what? Better yet, if you want to invest in anything, invest in yourself and do not invest any money in any MLM bullshit, because that's what it is. They're selling you a pipe dream. Now, I will say, we'll finish watching this and everything, but Little Miss Brooke, she looks much more polished here. I think she looks much more relaxed in front of the camera. And
Oh
I think
yeah.
I really like seeing the juxtaposition from 2016 to now. You see a big change in her like personality, I think. And to me now, she comes across to me as more fake than she did originally. I don't know what you think, Beth.
Yeah, in the first video she was a lot more genuine and herself. Now she's a full-blown Hunbot.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
watching a full-blown Hunbot now who's done probably a bazillion live streams on Facebook trying to sell Scentsy. So, yeah, she would definitely, because you're pushed to do Facebook lives almost every
Oh, you're cutting out. If you're talking,
different
you cut out.
waxes you're using that day. Do a live and show it, right? And so she would have been in front of the camera a lot more between then and now. And everyone gets a bit comfortable in front of the camera after we've been on it for a while. We can be more ourselves. But I do feel like the Huns go the other way.
No,
They'll
yeah,
they'll be less themselves and more robotic.
yeah. She's just sounding like everyone else. It's like, just slap any little face on there, and it's like the same type of stuff, the same mannerisms, and even the way that she structured this video, how she took a snippet of it, of when she was talking about you'll never be able to market to the masses, and did that at the beginning. That's a strategy that I've seen used time and time and time again. Personally, I don't like it. It kind of annoys me, but that's me. Maybe it means something to other people. I guess it's a marketing thing. I don't really care. I just find it annoying. But I do think, I mean, I think she's a pretty girl. I do, but I think she lost herself by getting involved in all of this, because she seems like a very, very different person now.
And
That makes
that's
me
the
sad.
problem. I think that's one of the major problems with these MLMs is that you will watch the people in them lose themselves and become less and less like themselves and more like an ad. Like,
Yeah,
you talk to people that say, my friend joined an MLM and she used to post like fun stuff on the internet. And now all I see is ads. And I don't
yeah,
even know who my friend is anymore.
yep. All right, let's finish this up.
Where we start thinking about how can the unique gifts, talents, and strengths that I have, how can I use all of those things to go out and serve others and help others and bring them value regardless on if they buy from me or not. And when you come from that place of a servant heart and you start showing people the value that you
Ugh.
truly
Again,
have, you are going to be able to get customers because the right people are going to be coming to you. They're going to know exactly what it is that you do and how you help them. And they know that you help them because you are providing them with value. So those are the 3 reasons why people are not buying from you and what you can do now to change that so people will start buying from you. If you want more tips like this, make sure you join us inside the Authentic Influencer Marketing Facebook group. We do a ton of trainings in there and different lives, and it's a community of about 14,000 network marketers that all want to build their business authentically, not be spammy, and learn
Oh,
tips.
Lord.
Thank you so much, and we'll see you guys all on the next episode.
Oh my God. We have 14,000 people we have to save from this woman.
No kidding.
14,000. Jesus Christ.
And that does tell you again that,
She-
these people are desperate to make it work, thinking that little Miss Brookie is going to be able to help them. Take a
And then
seat.
again, like, I hate how they use words like experts. And that drove me insane when she said,
Authentic.
become an expert in something and then use that. I was like, no one's an expert in anything in MLMs. All we know how to do is talk, okay?
Oh my gosh. It's just
We're just
all of
expert talkers.
it. Expert bullshitters.
Yeah, that's it.
Drives me nuts. But I mean, there was a big shift in change in Brooke from where she
Oh,
started
yeah.
to where she is now. Now she seems just plastic.
It is sad to see someone lose themselves.
And if she's selling her house because she bit off more than she could chew, because I don't know when she moved into this home. And is she one of those people that bought a home
She looks
during the
young,
pandemic?
though.
She what?
Like, she's not, like, she looks young. Like, because you said you don't know when she moved in, and I'm thinking, well, she looks to be around my age. I'm 35. So, I mean, she couldn't have been living in her house for too long. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, we don't know what her husband does, but I think on her website it says something about retiring her husband and all that jazz, because that's so very popular to do as a Hunbot. But I'm really kind of wondering if she acted as if bought this, it's a 7-bedroom home. Let me read the description. Hang on just a second. It's up for sale for $1,298,765,000. I'm not gonna be able to say the number right. I never can. Okay, where is it? Okay. So here's the description, okay? Looking for a quiet wooded sanctuary away from the hustle of everyday life? The home in this place is a retreat just waiting for you and your family, with 7 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, and about 5,500 square feet. You will have plenty of space to spread out. This home has 2 family rooms, 2 office spaces, and 2 kitchens, making it the perfect place to relax, have guests over, and work from home with its fast, high-speed fiber
oh,
internet.
God. It
With
even
scrub
said work
oak,
for home in it.
with scrub oak and maple trees surrounding the 0.75 acres, you have complete privacy besides the frequent visits from deer and wild turkeys. The covered deck is a perfect place to relax and enjoy the mountain air. The home theater room is a perfect gathering place to watch movies on the 4K projector with surround sound and reclining chairs. There is a bonus room above the garage where one office is located, as well as a bonus room that has been used as a homeschooling room. Oh, shocker, there that she homeschools. Safety and comfort are at the top of the priority list. The home has a fire suppression system and roof heat tape to melt and snow and protect the eaves. A whole home humidifier was added a year ago, as well as a soft water system. This place is the perfect small community with the hometown feel, yet close to shopping and entertainment. There are hiking trails just blocks away and a park with frisbee golf around the corner. If you are looking for that small town feel and a great place to raise your kids, this is the perfect place for you. All furniture is negotiable, including the extra large snowblower, as the sellers are planning to sail around the world on a new adventure. Schedule a private
Jesus.
showing today to experience this little piece of heaven tucked away in a beautiful Utah mountain town.
Did she write that herself?
I doubt it.
I have I wonder how that conversation went with her realtor where she was like, "Listen, I also need you to include in there that it's the perfect home to work from home because I'm a hun.
Well,
I'm gonna try to use this."
her realtor is probably with Keller Williams, which is an MLM, so, probably just didn't even think about it.
Or she's buying her Scentsy. She used to buy her Scentsy.
Oh
Oh,
my gosh.
that house does sound crazy though. Is she
Doesn't
like,
it?
do they have a big family? Do you know?
4 kids.
Okay, so like the 7 bedrooms kind of makes sense then.
Some
Because I was
yeah,
like,
some
seven
people do.
bedrooms? What do you need 7 bedrooms and 2 kitchens and 5 bathrooms for?
Well, who the hell needs 2
50
kitchens?
people living there.
Who needs 2 kitchens? Really, 2 kitchens to clean? Oh, do you have a live-in maid? I
Oh
mean,
God, I never even thought of that. Yeah, I'm not cleaning 2 ovens.
right?
No,
I think
no.
it's like
And five
5 bathrooms.
bathrooms? 5 toilets to scrub, guys. No, I'm not doing it. I
Yeah,
better have a maid. If I'm moving in there, my husband's getting me a maid.
but doesn't it seem like she may have bit off more than she could chew to be able to actually continue to afford this?
Yeah, and it sounds like they did extra things.
Uh-huh.
And see, I can't help but wonder, like, of course, like you, if she can't afford a home anymore, and now they're kind of being forced to live in a boat, and they just want to make it sound like it was a
Right,
choice. Because how would
right.
they go about being like, "Oh, we lost our home when we're
Yeah,
the best Hunbot in the world?" Um,
exactly.
because she mentioned that she was selling all her furniture. Now, because when you mentioned it, I was like, okay, but maybe she's not actually sailing. Maybe she's just saying that. But then she says she wants to also negotiate on the furniture. So now I'm like, no, like she's selling everything.
Well, you know what? We don't know this. We don't know like her parents or his parents. Maybe they live somewhere where they have like another little home on the property or some other little home somewhere that they can just like slip into that's already furnished or something. Maybe they're, selling the furniture. Again, it's for more money to be able to
Yeah.
get that because, the pictures of the place, it's beautiful. She has it decorated beautifully. She has beautiful taste. It's gorgeous. I mean, I'm like, wow, I wish I could have a place that, looked that together all the time. It's like it's really, really super nice. So, I will give it to her. She's got some good taste and knows how to put things together. However, I do question the authenticity of whether or not they're really sailing around the world. That just seems a bit over the top. And I go back to how in the hell are you going to run your social tenacity when you're sailing around the world? What about if
Yeah,
people
I
need
have no clue how that would work. I was thinking about that too, and I was kind of because with those things, like how are you going to ensure your internet's always working?
yeah,
How are you going to ensure that like I don't know how it would work at all. And imagine having cuz when you're living on a boat too, you have to do a lot on that boat to keep it going,
yep,
keep it running, keep it clean, etc. I couldn't imagine being on a boat, having to run a boat and having to run that at the same time and
yeah,
being a mom of 4 kids.
that's a lot. I mean,
I mean,
if
that
I
sounds
were
like hell.
if I were to be traveling the world on a boat, it would be like there would be no kids with me. I wouldn't need to work at all. I wouldn't be trying to run something where
Yeah,
I'm
I'd be
helping
retired
other
first.
spots. Yeah, and
Right?
I'd have
That's
a
what you do when
fun
you're
ass load of
older and you're
money.
retired.
But it just
No,
it just
it
it
does
seems too good to be
sound
true.
a little bit out there. Yeah,
Yeah.
it does. It sounds like a cop out for we bought this house. I had to start a training business because my Scentsy didn't do well, and now we can't afford it. Please come buy it from me. But no, really, we're sailing across the world, you know?
Yeah, it feels it doesn't pass the smell test. Bottom line, it
Which I
doesn't
do
pass.
not wish, by the way. Like, we're not up here excited about that. We do not want this poor woman to have to have lost her house.
No,
I would
not at
rather
all.
that she be like, "Oh, we are definitely going sailing because we love sailing." But it's just important to talk about how these things happen, because this is what happens when you're in an MLM. You lose your home.
And you lose yourself. You
And like
become
it
someone
just it
else.
and
And
that's
we
the
saw
thing, is
that.
that you would think that if you lost your home because of a business, you would leave the business and find something else to do to keep your home, especially with 4 kids. But
Yeah.
it's like she's in so deep
Well,
that
we're
she
just seeing a
didn't
little
even think of
slice.
that.
We're seeing a little slice of this, of what she has put out there. And I go back to, it doesn't pass the smell test. We know stuff from past experience of all the research we've both done of what happens to these people. What I wish for this woman is for her to basically out herself and come on board with anti MLM and be like, excuse me, this is what I went through. This is where I
Yeah.
went. This is what I became. And I realized how despicable it is. And, you know, I'm now here to tell my story.
Yeah, like be
That's
another
what,
Roberta Bevins.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And that would be wonderful. I just wish she didn't have to lose her house in the process. I always get very sad about things like that because I'm like, man, I
Well, I think
wish
about the
that
poor kids, you know?
I
I
wish
mean,
she would have seen the light before it got that bad.
yeah, yeah. I just, I really, I wish her only the best. I just don't want her to continue to, like this other woman who spent $10,000 on Brooke's bullshit and then is not working and stuff. You know, I don't want people to continue to be ripped off by people like Brooke. You know, that's what it drives me nuts that there's all of this, because this is that side of MLM that I call it the kissing cousin. All the, coaches and personal development to all of that. It's so closely attached to multi-level marketing
Yeah.
and makes it even worse. And people stay in it for longer than they should because of all this bullshit.
Yeah. And the toxic positivity. And because I
Yep.
mean, technically, that entire thing about her going sailing and stuff would fall under also toxic positivity, right? Because it's not like she could ever be open with everyone if she is losing her house. So
Right.
this poor woman right now, by the way, is going through this all alone. Like, she can't talk to people about how she would be going through this. And that's what's also a little heartbreaking to me. Because if she ever mentioned it in her, like, people would be like, "Oh, well then why would we buy training from you?"
Well, you know what? This is an invitation to Brooke to come on my channel, on the panel with me and Beth, and talk about what is the reality. I want her to, like, straight up admit what has really happened and how this has really actually impacted her life, not the fantasy and the fairy tale. Because I'm also concerned about her children. I mean, if she is losing the house because all of this isn't working out as she was thinking it was going to, that is going to be a heavy blow for them kids. And I also am concerned about her mental health, because think about this. The person who wrote me about her experience with Brooke is not the only one having that experience. So Brooke is having to now fend off all these people coming at her saying, "Yo, your thing don't work. What up?"
Yeah,
That's going to be stressful.
yeah. As someone who gets a lot of hate, I agree. So,
But
and the kids thing does get me. It does make me a little upset to hear that somebody, is in so deep with 4 kids.
yeah.
And it's because now I'm wondering how these kids are going to get schooling on the boat. Like,
Yeah.
You know?
Imagine doing homeschooling on a boat that you're sailing all over the place, and you're trying to make sure that you go to the right port to pick up the supplies you need because you gotta fix dinner. You know what I mean? It
And you're
seems
also running the TENACITY place.
yeah.
Like,
It doesn't seem very practical at all, you know?
it seems
Oh,
like poor Brooke's gonna be in over her head again.
yeah.
And that's what's
And,
sad is
ghosts
that
aren't cheap.
if you don't leave, you just keep going down further and further and more in over your head, and you almost get more manipulated. Because I'm wondering how manipulated she was to continue, right?
Right,
I mean,
right.
8 years in Scentsy is a long time.
The best thing she could do is to come out and admit the problems she has encountered and, and become anti-MLM, in my opinion. That's the best thing that could happen is admit it and get it out there because, all those people who are paying her thousands of dollars and buying her courses or hoping that she's going to have courses because it's coming soon, is if she would just finally come out and say like, okay, this really hurts to do this, but here's the truth. Here is the authentic truth of the matter. And basically, I've been lying to you. Now, I'm not saying that she is, but I'm saying my best guess. And I believe, Beth, you too, we both feel like what she is saying is less than the truth.
Yeah, it's less than the truth. It's just I can tell how deeply manipulated she is and how
Yeah.
gone she is. So,
That's what bothers me is the manipulation and the loss of self.
yeah, that's the hard part to watch for sure because you just see the people turn into a robot and just get deeper and deeper, you know. I want to go and hug this woman and be like, "Listen,
Yeah.
it'll be okay, Brooke. Come over to our side. We'll even help help you raise money if you need it for your house." Like, and that's what's sad about this is that if she had have come over to our side before she lost the house, we could have done something for her. Like, if anyone ever did come to me and they were like, "Listen, I just had to leave my MLM because I'm about to lose my house," I'd be like, "All right, me and a bunch of my friends here in this community are going to put together a GoFundMe. We'll help you, just don't go back."
Just stop. Just stop the madness.
Yeah,
Okay,
just
I
don't
think
ever do
I'm
the
going to
MLM.
get ready to wrap this up, but I do have another song. It is not with On Passive, although I've shared two of those. I probably will put this out alone. There is another song by this same company that I did a video about earlier. I think I'm going to do something where I kind of like put them together. So I'm going to
That would be
play
fun.
this for you lovely people. Um,
We
where
love
is
the songs.
oh my God, they're just so they're just so something. Give me
I
a
did a
second.
parody of Monet's song, one of
Oh my
Monet's
God.
songs. That was fun.
Okay.
It's
Share
called Your
screen.
Hair Will Fall Out.
Oh
If
my
anyone
gosh.
wants to go check it out.
Yes, do check out Beth's channel. Beth, give a plug for your channel.
All right, come and check out my channel. It is Queen of Spade, and I talk about MLMs. I talk about pseudoscience and cults. And then sometimes I just talk about commentary stuff. I do some r/comedy. We do a bit of everything. We have some fun.
Okay. I'm gonna share that. Did I share it yet? Have I shared it?
Yep,
Okay.
it's on the screen.
I get so confused. I'm doing this with one screen and it feels weird. Okay. You ready? And you're going to see my little intro because I put that in front of all of these things just in case somebody's like, oh, you can't use that. Fair use for commentary.
Yep. And it's transformative too. I like this intro.
Thank you.
go,
I've
Ariel.
been trying all my life to reach you and make my dreams come true. Now that I've found you, we've built this world together. This will last forever. Come on and dream with me. Imagine where we could be. We're going up, 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 reaching the top, top, top. Nothing can stop, stop, stop. Up where we belong, we're going up, 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 reaching the top, top, top. Nothing can stop, stop, stop. My world, my world. We've built this world together. This will last forever. Come on and dream with me. Imagine where we could be. My world, go on the globe, nation to nation, rule the world like a peace sensation. Inspiration, do you feel like me? Yeah, do you feel my heartbeat? We go up, nothing can stop my catch my fever. Are you a dreamer? Together we're strong, you rule my world. We going up, 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 reaching the top, top, top. Nothing can stop, stop, stop. Up where we belong, we're going up, 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 reaching the top, top, top. Nothing can stop, stop, stop. My world, my world. Together we are strong, yeah.
I rolls for days.
Hello, nice to meet you.
And there you have it.
Ariel does not want to be a part of that world. I'm just throwing that out there.
No, she doesn't.
Caffeinated Angel actually just brought up a good point that they have a mid-song rap break. And I was actually thinking in my head during the song how they were trying to appeal to a younger audience with this.
Yeah,
I was like,
definitely.
this isn't like a song for my generation. This is for like the 20-year-olds, like the younger people.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, they all they have to go for the younger ones, They have to. It's a natural progression. It's like, okay, get them while they're young, so that when they don't know, that's why it's so important that we continue to talk about this stuff. And Lioness, which is now Lycanet, it's been around. I can't remember for how long. I did a deep dive on it over a year ago. But I will find the other song, and I'll probably do a video where I put both of them together for when it was Lioness and now Lycanet. And the other song is like there's a full like a video that was produced, like you would think that you were seeing something like on MTV from back in the day. It's just like wow. So yeah, I mean these songs are just killing me, but you know what? I just really enjoy messing with them and putting my own little touch because I changed the pitch on it intentionally because that way it doesn't pick up. Like, oh, this is this. So
Yeah,
and I
this is
think
copyrighted. Yeah.
yeah.
Do you know
And I
what we
think
should
people
do?
that
Do
what?
you know what I want to do? And maybe you can help me get some people together and we can do it. We should open like a channel for kids that like not kids, but like like older kids, teenagers and whatnot. Maybe have some cartoons and stuff just for fun, but it teaches them about this. Because I was
Girl,
just thinking, like, how do you know?
I can't do any more than what I'm doing right now. I can't commit to that. I wish I could.
Yeah, so if anyone out there that's listening wants to help, maybe we can talk, get something together. Because I've been thinking for a long time, like, kind of how to go against for the young people.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I am going to have to get down on the go-go. My husband is home tonight, and the kids are supposed to be in bed by now because they have to get up stupid early. Granted, we're the ones getting them up and all that. But Beth, thank you so much for being here, and all of you lovely people who have stuck around. Thank you for doing so. I appreciate it. Tomorrow night, what am I doing tomorrow night? Oh, I think on the plate is back to on passive. I have some stuff from that. I do have some stuff on a leader. I can't remember exactly what I was going to do, but it's probably going to be on passive. So do come back tomorrow. I'm not sure of the time, but I will figure it out and I will see you then. Beth, love you. Thank you so much for being here and sharing your Scentsy expertise. Everyone
Love
have
you. Thank you for having me.
You're so welcome. And everyone else, you have a wonderful rest of your evening or rest of your day, whatever time it is in the area of the world that you're in. And remember, you're beautiful and I love you.